Okay, this video I'm kind of throwing together. I had a guy ask me a question about the Ruger P95, the P95 versus the P95 DC, and I'm trying to make the video real quick before I go to work. I work as a nurse, and so I need to make this and get out of here. So I got the laptop here so I can see what the screen is showing, and I'll go over like I said, the Ruger P95 versus the P95 DC. I own both models of guns. And I'll tell you a little bit about how the Decock lever came about. In the 1960s, we had guys coming back from Vietnam. They were very comfortable with the semi-automatic action. Before this, police departments and pretty much everybody carried revolvers. The revolvers were the first repeating arm. The 1911 didn't give you much advantage as far as capacity. A 6-shot revolver holds 6 shots. 1911 holds 7. But they were comfortable with this action. So when they started coming back, they got jobs as police officers. That's when police departments started carrying 1911s more. So you have the 1911. What you do is you put the magazine in, you run the slide. Okay, so you lock and load. Okay, and you can see the hammer's back. Okay, now this is based on the 1911 design, but this gun is not a 1911. On a 1911, you'd have a slide lock safety, a little bar that would come up like this. And that would be the safety. And the hammer stays back when you engage the safety on 1911. This is called cocked and locked. Okay, hammer's cocked, slide's locked, cocked and locked. And so you carry it like this. Well, people didn't understand that on a semi-automatic, this is perfectly safe. This is how that gun was designed to operate. They're used to seeing revolvers, police carrying revolvers. And a revolver, the difference between single action and double action is about a 9 pounds in trigger pull. Double action takes about 12 pounds. Single action takes about 3 pounds. So they see people carry around semi-automatics cocked and locked like this. They're thinking it's a hair trigger, that the cop is some kind of psycho. And because of this, they came up with a decock lever. The Ruger P95, okay, is an example of a decock lever, but it's not just a decock. They combine the manual safety with the decock lever. So now you load it, lock and load it, and you see the hammer's back. Excuse me. The hammer's back. You push the safety down, okay, and the hammer falls. And now with the safety on and the hammer down, you pull the trigger, and nothing happens. So you have police officers that were used to revolvers where there's no manual safety. You come out of the holster, you pull the trigger, it goes boom. Now they have this. They come out of the holster, they pull the trigger, and nothing happens. Hopefully, they remember in time to flip that safety back off so that they can save their life. But he ended up with a few dead officers for that very reason, that they weren't used to the safety. So in response to that, they came up with the Ruger P95 DC, okay, or guns like this with a decock only lever. Okay, now you lock it, you load it, you push the decock lever, it springs back up. Hear that? I'll get a little closer. Okay, so you load it, you push the decock lever, it's on a spring, and it springs back up. Now when you come out of the holster, it's double action on the first shot, and single action thereafter. Okay. Ruger P95 DC is a much better model than P95 because you don't have to worry about that safety. You know, every time you come out of the holster, it's going to go boom. And that mechanical safety does not make the gun any safer. If you rely on mechanical safety to prevent an accident, you're going to have an accident. That's it.